First, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. I thought I'd go back and grab my other ultra short throw projector that I had packed away. This is a projector that I actually painted and designed to look like a apocalypse nuclear waste projector. So I bought that one out. And over here we have our other $60 projector that we paid around, I'm sorry, our projector we paid 60 bucks for, my goodness. Both of these projectors are our NEC UM361X projectors. I paid 60 bucks for this one. I paid 140 for this one. Man, let me show you. These projectors only have a 4001 contrast, but with our black technology, they look absolutely incredible. This is on a $140 short throw projector. Let's get something without the narration in it. My two walls here are coated with our advanced ambient light projection 48 Black Series Edition Professional Cinema 1, or Professional Black Cinema 1. We just call it for short Professional Cinema 1, or Professional Black Cinema 1. This is a $140 ultra short throw. No calibration, none of that nonsense. And only 4,000 contrast, that's it. Look how beautiful that looks. Put our lights on. Got our ambient light projection technology kicking in. So we got our projectors here and here. And I told you before, the reason why people are pushed to spend so much money on ultra short throws is because the screen is having a difficult time producing color and producing contrast. On top of that, those screens are not ambient light projection technology. There's my custom projector that I designed myself. Look how amazing it looks. Got my Steam account over here. I'm about to play some games in a few minutes. So I thought I'd decide I'd break open another projector. As I said before, I can throw all my projectors on the screen and it will run with no problem because our screen paint is that good. We don't have to spend the money for $3,300 or $3,000 or $4,000, not even $1,000. $200 worth of hardware here. $60, $140. And as you can see, with the 4001 contrast, we are picking up a 100% black level. On top of that, we pick up beautiful colors and amazing white levels. Put my fire stick over here. My projector over here. I love when people do the eco modes. When they do the eco modes on the projector, they turn the lights out. No, it doesn't work that way. Just put it on eco mode 3. If you're running eco mode in your projector and you're trying to shut it off in a demonstration, your lights need to be on while you do that. I've seen people literally sitting in the dark adjusting eco mode. It doesn't work in the dark. You have to do that in a fully lit environment, and especially use it with contrast levels, because contrast will wash out faster. That's why I sit there and watch this demonstration. It's like, why the heck are they adjusting the eco mode and the lights are out? It's not going to affect anything. So $200, that's it. So you see gaming application on one of them. Nice bright, beautiful colors. 100% contrast. See how it's matching my speakers? There should be no gray popping up. Now, for those who like to do those lights out demonstrations, well, we can be in the light too, we can be in the dark too. Our technology is even better with the lights out. embarrassing it is that we had these $200 for this setup right here, and I can produce a 100% contrast level with a projector, such as those higher end ones that have an insane amount of contrast capabilities, cannot pull a star field in a fully lit environment. That shows you there's nothing wrong with the projector. There's something wrong with the screen, unless it's a projector that doesn't have a name attached to it, a name brand. Just look at the glass. Look at that. These are 720p projectors in eco mode. As I said before, they're supposed to react like TVs. And mine's sitting not even a foot, mine's sitting farther than a foot away from the screen. 8K Desired Nature, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Ooh, this one looks pretty nice. I want to play this for a minute. So right now, anyone with a high-end ultra short throw projector with a 2 million to 1 or over, I'm pulling a higher contrast than you right now in a fully lit environment, because our screen technology is better. And if you do own the P2 or any one of those high-end projectors, you have a high-end contrast, you're not going to need it. When you get our technology, you just turn it off. Pop over here. Oh, let's do this one over here. It's got some nice contrast attached to it. Now, test. If you have an ultra short throw projector, turn all your lights on and show the star field and see if you can pick it up. And if you know you can't tell the difference if you're picking up contrast level, well, all you got to do is take your cell phone, put it on a star field, and your cell phone will pick up a 100% black level with no problem. You put that against your screen and see if it matches. And I guarantee it won't. That shows you that you don't see contrast. And if you don't see contrast, well, you don't see color either. That doesn't pick up either. I don't know if my $200 setup. I don't know which one I love more. $37 home theater setup or the $200 setup. Remember that demonstration? I was walking around the house, had all ultra short throws through the entire house. There you go. That's the reason why I can have ultra short throws through my entire house. I don't have to spend the money for a projector to produce an image on a screen that can't see it. Now what I'm going to do is, once we get done this little setup here, I get done playing with this a little bit, we're going to get rid of that projector, pull this one back, and make a bigger image. Might as well, we got all this wall here. But tonight I'm going to watch my back-to-back aquariums. So I got another fire stick I found for this one. Look at that. This is 720p. You know why our screens have insane detail? Because the screen's black. That's why. That's why people spend the money for all that contrast to bring out better detail, more depth to the image.
The Irish are known for their luck, and also famed for their...
Where we're at in the arcade. Didn't I have something over here? I was running. Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna sit down over here. Let me see. What was I running over here? Oh, there we go. That menu popped out. So wait for a minute. Change up my family phone. That's fun. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Here we go. Now, if you can't do this in a fully lit environment, some of you have projectors that cost way more than what I have here sitting on the floor. If you can't do this in a fully lit environment, then your contrast isn't doing what it's supposed to do, and your screen's definitely not doing what it's supposed to do. This projector only has a 4,000 to 1 contrast. Now, see, if you notice in the last couple of days since we painted the wall, we have swapped out multiple projectors and put them against the wall. Where if you see demonstrations right now, no one does that. No one swaps out projectors in the middle of demonstrations and show you white levels and contrast and color. They don't do that. They have to stick to this. That's why we call them crutch projectors, because they have to stick to the same projector, because that's the only way their screen will function well. They have to be in the same dark environment, because that's the only way their screens will work. It's like the scenario where I tell you about the woman and her favorite pair of shoes. No matter how many pairs of shoes she collects, she always has one pair which is her special pair. And that's what that projector is to you people who use crutch projectors. You can't swap out the machine. We had a challenge, a 1-year swap out for 1 year. You only could use 600 by 800 720p SVGA. And you had to do it for 1 year. And guess who didn't do it? All of them. You guys forget stuff at the end of the day. You have real short-term memories. You forget all these things that we ask you to do and you don't do. And you spend the money. These are people at the end of the day we're talking about who try to sell screen paint products, but they use high-end, overpriced projectors. We don't need that. $200. That's it. 4K snow screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Bam. This is why my technology is more superior. While y'all sit on there doing your same demonstrations on the same projector every day, I can swap out at will for whatever I want. So I saw this one sitting in the back and I thought, let's get rid of this one for now. And let's just use these two. We'll use 2 ultra short throws side by side for fun. Why I do that? Because you're supposed to be that sharp white. You're supposed to be able to pick it up from corner to corner without any dark spots and no shadows. It should be clean all the way across. Now, this is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing that we're in here with a black screen and we can pick up on an ultra short throw projector that costs only $200 for both. 4K visual.
Getting that from YouTube.
How beautiful our colors pop up. Calibrate what?
If this were the real COVID-19, I would be in real trouble because I have asthma.
That's why I sit here and say, calibrate what? What are we calibrating? Calibrate what? I've never ever calibrated a projector. Even when I was developing screen paints, I never calibrated. Calibrate what? So let me get this straight. For people making the statements about calibrating. So if I buy that screen paint, the only way that I'm going to be able to see any color off of it correctly, I got to calibrate my projector. That doesn't sound like a good choice to me. With our technology, you don't have to calibrate, because that's what people are saying. That's what it says. If you're telling people that the color will get better once you calibrate the screen, then you're telling people that the only way that product's going to work correctly, you're going to have to calibrate. Now, for what I've seen in some demonstrations, that whole, I still can't get over that venue projector sitting that close to the screen, and that thing was that washed out. That's poor. That's extremely poor. You're right, you're not ambient light projection. If you're ambient light projection, you would have been able to maintain color and everything at the same time with all that light in the environment. And we can push sunlight through a screen and still maintain color, and you can't do it. That projector had to be somewhere over 5,000 lumens, easy. That's trash. Can't do that. And then to have a 4K laser projector and you can't produce any contrast in fully lit environments, you have to be in the dark 24/7. That's even worse. That's even more embarrassing. We got $200 worth of hardware on the floor. And then for those that sit there and say, well, look at what about my screen size? I got demonstrations at 150 inches on my website. I got demonstrations of 140 inch outside. Now what? I got demonstrations where I can walk through my environment, sit on my couch, look at my screen at 127 inches and a bay of windows and watch fish. Man, that's pitiful, man. That's absolutely pitiful. I'm not talking about just one individual. All the demonstrations we saw on YouTube on ultra short throws, we couldn't find one freaking demonstration to match the P2 demo. Not one. And that's a serious, expensive piece of equipment, and not one. Mind you, you got people stealing Google images. You know how low you have to go to steal a Google image to make that people believe that your product looks that way? That's really low. If you have to go that far, that means you already know at the end of the day your product's not working. You already threw in the white flag, or white cloth, what do you want to call it? White flag, yeah. If you've got to go that far, that's pretty bad. You got those projectors. What they have? The eye wall projector complaining about 21 feet in the air. Are you kidding me? Lights that are 21 feet up. And I would breeze through that with no problem whatsoever. I could walk in there with a 1,000 lumen projector and still breeze through that whole entire section with no problem. That's the biggest problem down there? Are you kidding me? We walk through that, we eat that place alive. It'd be a cakewalk for it. It'd be a slaughter. We walk through there with no problem. Gee whiz. This is what we're faced with when it comes to competition. Are you kidding me? And we go on our YouTube field trip. You've been with us on this YouTube field trip. We go look at screens. You got to tell me these people are top end professionals at the field, and you got all these projectors in freaking dark environments. I had to walk through there with a big lighter to see exactly what I'm doing in that environment. Gee whiz, that's a shame. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We'll go to one of those shows with one of these, I'm going to use that right there. That's $60 projector. Guarantee you, when we get done with that place, they won't invite us back. Where we at on here? Gee whiz. Ultra short throws should be freaking easy. It should be a cakewalk. Look at this. I'm not even a foot on my screen. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what I find funny about the industry, people. Should be an easy cakewalk. It's an ultra short throw setup. Shouldn't be that hard. If you're sitting there in the dark and you got Christmas tree lights and freaking little spotlights behind the back of your screen and your environment's that dark, and you're on a projector 3,000 lumens right on top of the screen, I'm in eco mode right now. And you can't seem to get the screen to fire off. Again, I don't want people to think, oh, the P2's trash, don't buy it. No, the P2 works perfectly fine. It works perfectly fine. If our projector's in here of 720p, I can work, the P2 works perfectly fine. The problem is the P2 is being dumbed down because it's on the wrong screen, that's why. If we can make a 720p look like this and perform better than our field trips when we go on YouTube and look around at people who can do demonstrations to match the P2's demonstration, everybody's surrounded in the dark, every time they show contrast levels, they have to darken the environment, then it's the screen that's having the issue, it's not the projector. Because these aren't having any problems. Let me see. That's why I said it's the wrong screen. But you know, people tell that lie to themselves. I told it to myself. If I buy this projector with all these bells and whistles, I'm going to be able to see everything that the projector can produce. No, you will not. Thank you to that YouTuber who actually did the demonstration where he did the P2 in a fully lit environment and just hit the wall with it. Didn't go off so well. I'm glad he did that demonstration. He did a fantastic job. Because every demonstration I've seen on that projector, they were faking it. We got poorly lit environments, projectors sitting in the dark. The only person that came on YouTube and took the projector, plugged it in, and put it against the wall in everyday lighting, and it failed. And the reason why the projector failed, because again, it has to be on a good screen to do it. And people are trying to convince you that that gray paint, man, we already know what I'm talking about, the hobby paint, network gray 773 paint, that mess at the end of the day. That doesn't work on a P2. If it did, it'd be in a fully lit environment every single day, be pouring 100% contrast levels. You're not seeing any of that. Somebody just bought a real nice Philips projector too, a nice one too. Now that's with the lights on. Let's take our lights out. It looks nice, doesn't it? We don't have to have lights on. See? How it doesn't affect. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. That's the beautiful thing about it. You don't have to worry about all that. Now, if you're watching movies, yeah, you're going to be in the dark. But if you're watching TV and you got the lights out, are you kidding me? Gee whiz. I can't stand it with the lights. I got to figure out exactly where the buttons are at on this thing. Now, can you imagine? We have the storefront. Got a 160-inch screen on display on a 720p projector, and customers come walking in, look at that black technology firing up, and the first thing they're going to ask is, well, how much does a projector cost? Because they're going to think the projector costs a ton of money, because that's what most people do in stores. They'll spend the money for a very expensive projector to try to get the image look better. And I go, nope, you can get this on eBay for like under $100 or under $200. That's it. That's how we're doing things. So we can get that customer to sit there with that shock and all, like, wait, that's it? Because they're used to seeing going to Best Buy and seeing these projectors cost insanely amount of money. So if you're an eBay merchant on eBay and you've been doing a good job selling projectors and we buy from you all the time and your projectors are legit, I'll make sure you get business. Because we'll either have it up on a bulletin board, something, you'll be up there showing these are people, we only do business on eBay. We had one fellow who used to have the Christie projectors, he sold out in 2 weeks. Posted his link everywhere. People were buying our screen paint and they were buying his projectors. He had a 1080p at 1080p Christie's. Yeah, I like to go to the contrast form sites too, because we get in there and they get to talking like, yeah, well, the reason why I bought the projector, because I want really good contrast, I want really good detail, I want those black levels to really push. And I say, yeah, but you spent too much money for your projector. You didn't like to spend that. You could have got a projector 4,000 to 1 contrast. And they start laughing like, what am I going to do with that? And I show them the demonstration of my screen in the fully lit environment, point to 100% black, over the screen's black, and then they start rethinking, maybe I spent too much money. Yeah, you did spend too much money. Beautiful women, 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
I love to show off the skin tones on this technology. I swear, I really thought that was that commercial was so freaking confusing. Like, is that the same dude just as a woman? Or is that a woman that looks like a dude? I don't know. Fashion business is weird. Oh, this is a good example. The Valvo projector episode where the guy actually pulled this image up right here and it was gray all the way around the screen. Hey, guess what? If you're watching, if you ever get around to watching, see how that comes up? That's supposed to be black. It's not supposed to be gray at all. Period. I saw that when he brought it up. It was all gray around. Like, what the freak is he doing? No, that's supposed to be black. A Valve fail. Literally a Valve fail. What are we doing? Get back to that. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? $140 projector, that's it. $140. What will you do with all the extra money? Saving you hundreds. Can't save you hundreds if they can't save money themselves. I had in the Japanese tea room, I had a setup for under $600. Soundbar, fire stick, projector, and screen, including the screen paint, for under $600. Downstairs, when I had the setup, $1,000 for my sofa. I paid $500. I was using the projector in the demonstration, and the screen was around, I think, $300 something. Cheaper, bigger, more light, and I can afford my leather or movie theater sofa. I could afford my popcorn machine and the recliner in that environment, and it would still cost less than a P2. How you save people hundreds if you can't save money yourself? If someone calls asking about what projector is best with the product, you can't advise them to use one of these. Your product's not tested on this. It won't work. You have to have them get a high-end projector to fix the problem that the screen can't do, and therefore the customer will have to spend more money. See? Now all that talk about black screens not having the ability, well, our black screens not having the ability to pull white levels. Last couple of days, I swapped out the multiple projectors. Ran it with 1,000 lumen projectors, 2,800 lumen projectors, long throw, ultra short throw, high-end lumen projectors. So we just chalk it up to one thing: jealousy. Now, I have to hook up the Fire Stick for this one because I want to be able to watch my back-to-back fish and do my Pac-Man on this screen over here. You want to hear something interesting? I'll tell you something interesting. I am never, ever, and I'm telling you, I come from a long line of just buying consoles, but I am never buying a console as long as I live. Never again. I'm sticking to strictly PC gaming only. And the reason why I'm sticking to PC gaming only, because console systems are petty as petty can be. My goodness. So, I'll tell you a little funny story here. Sony took $52 out of my account. And I'm wondering, I didn't buy any games for $52, and my PlayStation Plus is only $10 a month. That's it. That's all they take out of me is my $10 a month for my PlayStation Plus. That's it. If I buy some games, I take it out of my account, but I didn't buy any games that month. So where did $52 disappear off my account when I didn't buy anything? So I contact Sony, and I ask them about the charge, and they tell me it never even happened, but I'm looking at it right there on my freaking account. So I go to PayPal, I do a chargeback on them. And because I did a chargeback on them, Sony went in and suspended my account for doing a chargeback. So let me get this straight. I call you up. You can't tell me where the money went, to, and why it was taken out of my account. But if I try to fight this with you, you don't want to give me back my money. But if I do a chargeback through PayPal, you automatically suspend my account. And that's when I said, nope, that's it. I'm done. Console's getting that petty at the end of the day, we are done. So went in, disconnected my equipment, threw it all in a box, and that's done. Broke open my gaming PCs. I'm online right now looking at to build a new gaming PC for myself. A little bit more update than this, and that's it. If I need VRs, I got the G2s. I can go pick up the Index 2 or Index 1, one of them from Steam. I'm good. I'm done. I am done. And besides, on top of that, I mean, I like console and all, but then I'm switching over to a more powerful machine on top of that. I do like how Steam did go in and update their dashboard. Is freaking amazing. I haven't been in here in a while to update, but it's freaking amazing in here. So yeah, this is all my games on Steam. But yeah, I'm not going to be bothering with console anymore. Besides, after that first launch on Sony, I don't think I'm looking forward to anything Sony got to make anyway. Or even though I have Xbox, but I'm not a big Xbox fan. I really don't care. I'm just sticking to PC. That's where I'm staying. Ugh, too much of a freaking headache with those jokers. And yes, all my other friends, they all have PCs. And I have to get some more stuff today. As a matter of fact, I'm just buying all the games I had on my PS account. Because think about it, the PS2 really doesn't have any exclusive stuff. So we're talking in the gaming. Usually I get like this when we're done. When I've seen everything I need to see on my screens, I'm pretty much done. I do like this setup right here. One of the things I did like about the ultra short though setup, like they're right up on top of the screen, and they're like TVs, like I said. Well, to some people they're like TVs, to other people it's just another projector stuck in the dark. Pretty much that's what it comes down to, people. What is going on in the library? This is the whole new setup for Steam. If you haven't seen it, the whole dashboard display is freaking amazing. So I'm gonna pop over to the store and see what they got. They got anime on here. Oh, sorry about that. My bad. I'm over here checking out some new stuff to see what they got over here. I'm doing some shopping tonight. I think if I do one, I might do a micro ATX. I'm thinking about doing one of them. I've never built a micro ATX before. I have a ton of room in the case. Graphic card, on the other hand, is something to think about. I don't want a 3090. I've done 3090s before. I do want something else, but you can't go with the big boy, the 4090s, because 4090s that catch on fire. And I feel like burning my place to the ground. I'll just get the 3090s. I'll just get those instead. I mean, it's a good graphic card at the end of the day. That freaking my game on at the end of the day requires even more. Somebody said something about a 5090, but I don't know about that. Does it even exist, a 5090? I'm gonna check into that. I tell you one thing. If they do decide to design another console system, if they do a PS6, they may want to think about putting a liquid cooling system on them now, because those things, they want to make them more and more like PCs. Pretty much, when you look at it now, the console system is pretty much a watered down PC. That's what they are. They're just a watered down PC with very poor cooling, extremely poor cooling. So they should start installing liquid cooling systems on those things. You're going to compress all that parts on top of each other, especially when the Xbox 360s, they had the optical drive just sitting inches from the GPU. Man, all kinds, like, in the heat shields, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire life. Literally, Dell used to do that back in the day. I think with their Hyper-Thread Pentium 4s, they used to put those heat shields in there. That crap doesn't freaking work. That's the equivalent of sticking your cell phone in a microwave. You're kind of asking for it at the end of the day. And all fans do is collect dust and dirt. Just better just doing a liquid cooling system. I mean, I got to go out and do a whole daisy chain effect. Just basically just something for the copper block radiator system. That's pretty much it. Doesn't it look incredible? $200. That's it. $200. I'm gonna make this screen a little bigger. Hold on for a minute. Ugh. I'm tired of looking at the marvels. This is what I mean by I have like my poor attention span. I can concentrate on stuff, but I get bored with stuff like really freaking fast. So we're still in here looking at this. That's the problem. I get bored with stuff really quick. That's why I was constantly changing out rooms over and over and over again, because my brain's always thinking of something new. You know what I'm thinking about doing? All right, so if I buy the land, which I want to do, if I buy the land, I can get my house built the way I want to. I don't want a big house, but I want a house built. I'm thinking about installing an outdoor, oh, that'd be kind of cool. I want a screen installed into my deck, but I want it like, I want my own deck here, but I want a gaming deck where basically I can have like my screens and stuff, and then I can have a screen built into the floor of the deck, because if you haven't gamed on a floor, it's freaking amazing, especially when you play a lot of bird's eye games. It is freaking amazing. Playing a bird's eye game on the freaking wall sucks. It does. When you play them on the floor, it's a whole nother experience. It really is. Best way to play one. So what I'm going to do is, with that new Alpha-1 invisible technology, I'm thinking of all the cool stuff we can do with it. I'm going to actually install one in the floor of my deck, which is going to be the gaming deck. So we're going to have a regular deck, and that's going to basically join over with the gaming deck. And people can sit down around this bad boy, and we can play all kinds of games. Oh, man, it's going to be freaking crazy. I do want to get that game called, what's it, Loadout? For the PS1, that was a pretty good one, too. All right. Got the two projectors in here. I want to see something for a minute. I'm going to keep this one here. I'm going to turn this one off. Why are you always in the way, Mr. Sandwich Man? Mr. Sandwich Man. I love you. So furry. How did you make me so furry? Who did this to you? Who made you furry? Yeah, I'm talking to my cat. That's how I talk to my cat. You don't like it? Get out of my face. That's how I talk to my cat. There you go. Now we can go a little bigger. Yeah. No, you're not recruiting now. You're just down recruit. Let me see if we got it now. There we go. See? The fun we can have. Bam! Same ain't like projection, baby. Do whatever we want in here. That's what I love about this technology. Do whatever we want. We don't have no hang-ups. None of that nonsense. So now I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna take that projector down. I want to actually stretch my screen out and make it bigger. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going with that instead. I like this better. Yay! We're going to keep this one here and just stretch it out. What do you think, Taco? What do you think? You want to do battle for Horticle? You're a weird dude, Taco. Weird dude. What if I check something? Make sure packages are not here already. The packages, yes. Come on, man. One of these gotta work. This one works. So what's going on here? What's everything else on there? Wrong keyboard. Get there. Gotta work, gotta work. Stuff won't be here until later. I'm a happy camper with that. I'm good. All right, Taco, we good with that, Taco? We are good with that. Let's bring our machine up a little bit. I'm gonna use this screen tonight. I like this one. I know this bothers the crap out of the naysayers. We had it on a small image, then we pull it back and make it bigger, and they're like, "What the freak?" Like, yeah, we can. This is a real deal over here. What projector are we hitting? Oh, we're hitting that one on the Steam account over there. That's what's hitting that. Where that glare is coming from? It's coming from my other projector right there. Bam, 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 bam. We're in eco mode too on top of that. Literally, no one has that much fun blowing up a balloon unless there's something in it. Just joking. All right, so we're basically gonna bring it, I want it down low to the floor because I'm gonna be able to have my floor display too on top of that. So we're gonna have some fun with that too. All right, so I'm having fun here. I'm gonna toy around with this bad boy for a little bit. I had a keystone that's an REC right there, so the keystone. And pretty much done for the day. I'm waiting for my stuff to get here. Gotta get my rest of my orders processed out for my customers, get them all taken care of. And thank you for the support, we really appreciate it. Gotta go. Me and Tech are probably gonna watch some cartoons off this bad boy. Thank you all, and God bless.